Let's be honest. You have probably watched a lot of defending tutorials, but you're still not able to defend consistently. But why is that? Defending isn't as simple as pressing the circle button for tackle or L2 for jockey. Defending is harder than attacking for sure, but in order to be a good defender, you need to know the attacking meta. Why? Because if you don't know the attacking meta, you can't react to those attacking moves when defending. The opponent is doing a first time lob through pass. Well, you gotta adjust and start switching very early to the center back. Is he going for power shots? You gotta adjust and try to press him more so he doesn't have the space for the shot, as well as move the keeper with the right stick. These are all calculations that are happening within milliseconds during a game inside the mind of a good FC25 defender. Yes, I know it sounds overwhelming, but don't give up because I am going to show you how you can do the same. But before that, please hit that like button. I really appreciate it. First thing is to stop defending like a bot. What does that mean? In defending, you have to anticipate all the time, but over anticipation is just as bad. Don't over anticipate. There are three lines of defense, okay? The forwards use them to apply pressure, the central midfielders for cutting passing lanes and blocking the middle of the pitch, the fullbacks to defend, and CBs to defend the center. In this game, the goal will always come from the middle of that pitch 90% of the times. Therefore, do not take your central midfielders out in the wings or the centre backs, as that will create gaps in the center. Actively switch between players using the right stick and L1. L1 to switch close to the ball, right stick to switch further away. If you keep a strict defensive shape, the opponent will be forced to think outside of the box. But most opponents don't have this composure, so this alone will improve your defense a lot. Now, second man pressing is doing you more harm than good. This is the biggest mistake my coaching trainees make. By the way, if you want to get coached by me, my email address is in the description below. Guys, why is second man pressing doing you more harm than good? It is because you second man press recklessly, whereas in these clips you see second man press being used as a tool. If you are covering a run and want to apply pressure on the ball carrier, in this instance you use second man press, right? Because you are covering the run and the second man pressure is applying pressure on the ball carrier. Remember to not second man press with the center backs unless it's the last option. And be careful when you are second man pressing with your central midfielders and the fullback. Focusing on these aspects alone will help you improve your defense. But here is the most important one, guys: anticipation. Anticipation in FC when we are attacking is we are trying to find the space and exploit the space, right, guys? When we are defending, our opponent is trying to do the same thing. You need to know the consequences of your actions. When you pull a center back out of position, you give the opponent the space that can be exploited. You need to keep this rule in mind at all times. Every defensive move you make has a consequence, and most of you are defending without paying attention to those consequences, guys. Now, this is very important. When you pull a CB out of position, what happens? You give your opponent space, like I said, right? Easy space that he can exploit. Always defend the space and cut lanes. Don't think about the ball, think about where he can play the ball, guys. You need to take your eyes off the ball. During the first 15 to 20 minutes of the game, you need to analyze your opponent and see how is he attacking. If he is rushing, be patient. If he is being too passive, be patient but apply sustained pressure and cut his passing lanes actively, right? Use running jockey L2 plus R2 to cut passing lanes. He will give you the ball, that is for sure. Lastly, to improve anticipation, you need to spend some time on footbin. Haha, no, seriously, guys. I am serious. Guys, you need to know the play style of every player. If the opponent's player has a 5-star weak foot or a 4-star weak foot, if I am defending against Salah, I know his left foot is stronger. So obviously, I'll try to force the opponent on his right foot, right? If my opponent has finesse plus play style, I will try to block his finesse shots and move the goalkeeper. If he has long ball pass plus play style, I know over the top balls will be good. So I will be using my right stick a lot to switch away to the center backs and track his runners by running with them using the R2 button, right? If he has incisive pass, I know his ground through passes are very good and he might look for them. If he has tiki taka, that means I need to be more careful when cutting passing lanes. Otherwise, he will be able to make more accurate short passes and I will overstep and give him easy space. This is basically anticipation. And if you focus on one thing at a time and try to really improve that thing, your defense will go to the next level. That is my promise.